back to Nine Ether. I am AK. I wanted to come and give a quick prelude to the Jeannie Mai and Jeezy reading, okay? Now, this particular reading that you will listen to, it is an audio. It was originally recorded and uploaded last year, specifically June 25th, 2020. So this is a throwback reading. Just kind of wanted to give a little, like I said, a prelude in the beginning. Basically, this video, to summarize it, the video basically reveals that the relationship is based on similarities, goals. Both of them are focused. Both of them are looking to excel financially and in their careers. Jeannie Mai does appreciate the fact that he's focused and he takes charge. He appreciates the fact that he's able to lead and take the reins. And so that's pretty much a summarization. But to get the entire gist of it, go ahead, pop in your earbuds, relax, jog, whatever it is you do, and just listen to this audio. All right, peace.
Started. So today we will focus on Jeezy and Jeannie Mai. All right. So first question off top: how does Jeezy really feel about Jeannie Mai? All right. So let's go ahead and shuffle. Chose a card deck. We're gonna go with this one. Get a few shuffles in. And if y'all just happen to hear any loud noise in the background, it's been raining for the past couple of days. It's been storming down here, so you hear a big burst of lightning, that's what that is. All right, we're going to do a few more shuffles. How does Jeezy really feel about Jeannie Mai? All right, let's see what we got here. Gonna pull 3 cards, y'all. All of them reversed. All right, so let's go ahead and start with the first card. We have the Authority card, and that one is reversed. The next card that we have is the Prosperity Begins card. That one is reversed. And then the last card that we have is the Deception and Envy card. And that one is reversed. So let's go ahead and go back to the first card, which was Authority reversed, and see what I'm receiving from this card. Okay, so the first thing that I'm getting, this is pertaining to Jeezy, of course, is saying that he's highly selective in the type of women that he chooses. And selective, I'm getting the feeling that that means there's reasons behind the type of women that he chooses. Okay. So in this regard with Jeannie Mai, it feels as if the authority factor may be balanced in his favor. He's able to take the lead. He's able to quote unquote be the man. He's quote unquote able to um, take the reins and kind of lead the relationship in the way that he wants it to go. So it feels like previously he may have had a bit of issue with that, whereas um, I'm seeing a bit of equality, just as he is in charge or authoritative or has the upper hand, so does the other woman. You know, previous relationships, it's like it's not going to be an imbalance of scales. It's going to be like we in this together, you know. But for him, I feel like with this particular relationship, one of the main things that he had in mind was the fact that, okay, I am able to quote unquote be the man. I am able to kind of like take charge and make things happen on my accord. Okay. Um, let's see what else I received from this. Okay. Funny, funny. Okay. So it's almost to to go into much detail, right? Look like he just trying to cover himself, right? Looks like he doesn't want to go into too much detail with that, but That's pretty much the summarization of how he feels about why he's chosen this particular person, right? And so let's go ahead, as always. Y'all know I like to pull confirmation cards just to confirm what's been stated or even to go into more depth as to what has been shared. All right, so let's go with this deck right fast. Pull some confirmation. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, all right. So this gives us a little bit more detail. So this is the love card and it's reverse. So basically what I'm getting from this, I think this confirms and kind of goes into more detail, stating the fact that there's specific strategic reasons why he chose her as opposed to, oh, I'm with this person or I chose this person because I really love them or I'm in love with them or, I really, really, really just feel for them and just got a love for them and want to be around them and you know how it feels when, you first fall in love with someone and you really feeling it and you got the heart flutters and the butterflies and you feeling real good, always smiling, stuff like that. That's that love factor. That's that initial, heightened pheromones that you feel and it continues to progress and continues to go along as the relationship flows, you really love someone. So with this card being reversed, it feels as if um the reasoning or the strategic reasoning behind being with her is more prominent than just, oh, I love her, or that's the person I really want to be with because I love her, right? It could also indicate more of a business dealing because, if you look at many people who are in the public eye, whether they're celebrities or politicians or some type of area where they are thrust into the public eye in front of lots of people, sometimes, over the last couple of years, you've noticed how society has played this thing of power couples or and give them conjoining names and just kind of hype them, elevate them, and your status elevates with who you are associated with, so for this I do believe that it has something to do for business dealings, and pretty much it could be on both ends, for him, Jeezy. I'm not quite sure about him. I heard a couple songs back in the day, but I really haven't followed Jeezy like that. So I don't know if, he's active in making music right now or if he's behind the scenes in the music industry or whatever it is. But he cannot, anyone cannot deny the fact that him being in this relationship with her has heightened his visibility and got people talking, okay, and people knowing his name and knowing who he is, and that's a beneficial factor because when you are known and your name is known, and especially when you're associated with someone, that rises your stock. You're able to get into the door. You're able to have certain opportunities that may not have been available to you. And for her, on her end, it may satisfy. We're gonna get into why she chose him, but for her, it may satisfy the factor that she had about, loving melanated men, you know, um, satisfied that side of her, and for her, she got even more visibility. Of course, she was on the daytime, what is that, The Real, but just having more visibility, in the melanated community and I guess, possibly getting more credit and opportunities that she may not have had, so who knows? But we know definitely that, particularly the reason why he chose her, I think more business wise and also more the particular characteristics and the dynamic of the relationship that allows him to be more of the I don't want to say dominant, but have the ability to take control and take the reins and kind of be the I guess the main decision maker and um just be the main person who makes the decisions in a relationship. And it looks like she'll probably be more likely to go along or follow along with his decisions, you know. And some people fall into those traditional roles of, you know, the man is the lead. You know, that's specifically what I was thinking, what I was trying to say, you know, as him taking the lead of the household, you know, and her being, you know, the support system and the help and kind of help direct where he wants things to go and how he wants things to play out. All right, so let's look at the prosperity begins card. Okay, so let's see what I get from this. Okay, so of course, right now it looks like things are at a halt as far as just generating new money and new funds. I think there's lots of visibility for him, like I said, and the reason why he chose her. But I think, you know, dealing with what's going on right now in the world, um, celebrities and people who are in the public eye have to look for uh, more avenues or opportunities, different ways to generate income and to generate money, as opposed to different routes that they have been made aware of or been exposed to previously. Because the way that everyone is living now has completely changed. It's totally different. So, as opposed you may have got out, did appearances, did this, you know, because of what's going on, social distancing, you know, don't want to go into that, but y'all know what's going on. So it's like everyone has to take to learn something new, learn a different avenue, and different streams of income. And so I feel as if, you know, maybe he had his eyesight on certain things and now he has to come up with another direction. And so that's put things at a halt right now. Do I feel like he's broke? No. Do I feel like she's broke? No. But at any point in time, people still have to generate income and they still have to bring in, you know, income. So at some point in time, I do believe that with him and with her together, I think they are, you know, devising a plan to bring in income individually as a couple. Let's pull a confirmation card for this one, y'all. Let's confirm this prosperity begins card. But overall, I feel as if he believes this relationship is very beneficial to the both of them, especially for himself. All right, so the confirmation card that was pulled was the forgiveness card. Okay. Now, what's interesting on this card, it says, I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. Okay. So let's see what else we get from this card. Okay. So Jeezy feels that with this relationship, he's bringing in a different perspective, almost like a clean slate, almost trying to start new, you know, a fresh outlook. His previous relationships, it feels as if, you know, they weren't the best for him. That's what he feels. I'm not sure how the other person in the relationship had felt, but for him, these weren't the best relationships that he was in. And so right now with this relationship, he's treating it delicately. He's treating it as um I want to say a business deal. You treat business deals delicately. You know, you watch which way you come at it. You know, you watch how you say certain things, how you word certain things, how you put things in writing. So, like I said in the beginning, when I was using the word strategic, is very strategic. Okay. And so he knows that, you know, some of the things that he went through, or even some of the actions that he's done or he's witnessed the other person, you know, do, he's taken that as a precaution and as a lesson learned. And so he's going about this relationship in a totally different way, being as open as he can, being more supportive, and coming up with fresh ideas that can benefit both of them, like I said in the beginning. But right now, things are just at a halt, but I feel as if it's at a planning stage, right? Just fresh new ideas. And that goes along with what I said about a fresh outlook. Okay. Let's go to the deception and envy card. Okay, let's see what I get from this card. Okay, I think he wants to lay things out on the table, and I think he has done that to her, for her, or with her, or whatever, however you want to say it. I feel as if he's laid his cards out on the table. He's shown her basically what he wants her to see. Okay. Um, Yeah, it's almost as if, he shared a great deal with her and try has tried to open up in order to foster or create open lines of communication, because in a business deal or in any type of relationship, you're gonna need a flow. You're gonna need open communication. And so he's learned that in his past. So that's why he's being open with her and to her. And he's laying certain cards on the table so that for her, she can be able to feel as if, okay, this relationship is healthy, it's not toxic. We communicate, we have commonalities, we have common goals. We want to excel, we want to exceed in life, in money, and just enjoying life. And like I said, I feel like, with this relationship, it's more of growing financially, and being able to enjoy life. Okay. So let's pull a confirmation card for this deception and envy. Bring us a little bit more clarity. One more shuffle. See what we have here. All right, y'all. So we have the discipline card. Okay. So with this discipline card, let's see what we receive from this. Focused. I think both of them are very focused, especially him. Like this time around, he's like, okay, I'm going to use certain things to my advantage. And like I said, with the relationship being able to open doors, he going to recognize them opportunities and use them. He going to use them. Okay. And it's funny with this card, the discipline card, it says, I can accomplish what I set my mind to. He focused. So he sees the benefits. Um, I would say the perceived benefits, because somebody looking in could say, okay, X, Y, and Z, these are the disadvantages. But for him, he sees more advantages than disadvantages. Okay, so let's scrap these. Let's see how Jeannie feels about the relationship. I think the last question I'm going to ask is, will this relationship last? But first, let's see how Jeannie is feeling. I'm gonna let this reading be short and sweet. Not gonna make it too long. All right, let's go with this deck, y'all. Get a little shuffle and go with this old deck. I didn't use this deck so much, y'all. It don't even shuffle right. It's all bent. Lamination coming off. And put the good use. A few more shuffles. How does Jeannie feel about Jeezy in the relationship? All right, let's see here. Let us see here. One last shuffle, y'all. Whew. All right, y'all. How does she truly feel? So the first card that was pulled was the financial constraints card. That just confirms what I said about things being at a halt, but being focused and calculating their next moves. Next card, seven chakra archangel Uriel, or Uriel, as most people would say. Okay. And then the last card that we have is the patience card, and that one is reversed. So let's go back to this financial constraints card. All right. What are we getting from this? Because we asking, how does she feel about Jeezy? Okay. She understands the fact that I don't think Jeannie is stupid. Okay. I think Jeannie understands a lot of things. She understands the benefits of a lot of things, and I also think that she understands and sees the benefit of this relationship as well. Um, she understands the fact that right now things can be a little bit bumpy. Things can, at this point, you could be up, and you can quickly go down. The way things are going with businesses, with contracts, just with everything, and so she understands that. And I think right now, she understands that Jeezy has a focused mind, a focused mindset, and she likes that about him. She likes the fact that he's about money, about securing his bag, as y'all would say. I don't know if that's old or not, because y'all forgive me, I'm a little older. So, securing the bag, um, and she likes the fact that he's planning, he's prioritizing, and he has his mindset. Someone who is just not complacent or just comfortable with what they have right now. Not to say that they're not grateful, but comfortable. Comfortability means that you stay there because you see no reason why to move anywhere else. And so for her, she's the type of person that's always moving, always looking for other opportunities, always looking to expand or to do something better. And of course, that comes with financial flow as well. And so she sees that him as a go-getter, as a hustler, as someone who is always about, evolving and getting that money, right? And so I think that's one of the commonalities that they have. And so she understands the fact that, right now things may be, steady, but at the same time, we need to focus on, okay, what's next? And how can we generate, financial flow and income for the future? Okay. So it looks like he understands that issue too. I don't think they do a lot of spending. I think that's what she likes about that. They do treat themselves. He treats her, she treats him, but they don't do a lot of spending. Um, and I think that's important to her. It's all about stability and being safe in the future and stable in the future. Let's pull a confirmation card for this. Let's see what deck we're going to go with. All right. So this is backwards. Now we're using this deck to confirm this. All right. So let's shuffle a few times. Confirm this financial constraints card. All right. Passion ignited reverse. Let's see what I get from this card. Mm. Okay, so I think one of the things that she likes about him or the relationship is the fact that he handles his business whether he likes it or not, whether it's something that he really wants to do or not. True, he's focused, and of course, it's good to go into something that you really love, but at the same time, you like, shit, I learn it, I can do it, I can go into it, it makes money, let's do this. Okay, because some people are only moved by if they feel the passion for it or if they really want to do it. It's almost like, when you're younger, some people who don't like to read, they don't like reading books. You can only get them to read a book possibly if you give them something that they really like to read that's very interesting to them. And then on the other hand, you have some people, they got to read, they'll read it. They'll read it, comprehend, understand, and be able to answer questions and be able to critically think with it as well. Even though it may not be something they want to read, they just learn how to go with the flow and just go with the punches, right? So at this particular time, I think she's loving the fact that for him, he's able to roll with the punches. He's focused. He's about getting that money. I think this is like a financial move on both of them. I think she really loves him. I think she feels for him, but it's more of a financial move. And I think for her, she has a mental connection. Like she's stimulated mentally by the fact that he's able to take control, take the reins, and go get the money. And just that man factor. I think she likes that. I think she's enamored by that. Okay. Let's look at the seventh chakra Archangel Uriel card. And if y'all hear it in the background, sometimes I just like to shuffle these cards in my hand. I get a little fidgety. Don't worry though, I'm all right. All right, so I'm gonna already pull a confirmation card for this one. We're just gonna get it out the way. Okay? I already knew. That is interesting, y'all. So the first card that was pulled was the seventh chakra Archangel Uriel, right? But the confirmation card is the third eye chakra, which is reversed. Okay, so you have the seventh chakra, which is the crown, and then you have the third eye, which is reversed. So let's see what we getting with this. Okay, so this lets me know that there are some things that they are opposed to, like opposites. Some things that they don't agree on, but at the same time, they learn to come together and find a compromise because at the end of the day, they have a common goal of excelling. And I think they really understand it about one another. So remember what I said in the beginning about him putting his cards on the table, showing her what he wants to show her, and let her know that, we can come up together. We can do this. We can be a power couple, like I said before. And so even though they have certain differences, their commonality is to excel and achieve and go further and be successful. Okay, that's what I'm getting from this. Let's see what else. Oh, and another thing with the seventh chakra, I feel like this is Jeezy. He's more of a thinker. He thinks a lot. He's always scanning. He's always think about his next move, right? And I think Jenny liked that about him. For her, she's more of a seer. She's a visionary. She's able to see. And I think that's the commonality. That's the thing that brings them together, even if they're on opposing sides or not really seeing eye to eye on certain things. You have the thought and the vision, you put it together and you can say, okay, I can see how this works. Or you can say, okay, I can see why this may not be beneficial at this time. Okay. So that works for them. Right. And then we have the patience card, which is reversed. Okay. Let's see what we get from this card. Okay, for both of them, she thinks that, one of the commonalities that they have that she likes is the fact that both of them know that um, they are older. And I'm not calling them old, y'all. I don't know how old Jeezy is. He should be in his 40s, I guess. Jeannie, I think she's 40 something. So, they grown ass adults. And so, grown ass adults equals supposedly grown ass mindset, you know. And so both of them have that mindset about just excelling, right? However, let's see what I get from this. One of the things that she may not like is the fact that in certain things, he can be impatient. Even though he may be patient with her, in certain circumstances, she may say, look, just wait it out. Wait to see how this turns out because it can turn around. It almost make me feel like they're investing too, like investing their money in businesses or stock or something like that. Whereas you may have growth stocks, and then you have like income stocks where you can kind of get more, you can get more in your return, or you can get a dividend like, annually, or some every quarter, or whatever it is, as opposed to the growth stocks where you just have to invest and then it builds over time. And then, 10 years down the line, you might have a big sum of money, or, that company may just burst out of nowhere and just really grow. And then all of a sudden, you winning, right? So I think for her, she has a little bit more patience, and that goes back to the third eye, where it's like a visionary, and able to see a lot further. Okay. Now the confirmation card that was pulled was the emotional withdrawal card. Let's see what we get from this. Okay, so one of the things that she finds quite interesting is the fact that sometimes Jeezy may withdraw. He may get quiet. He may just kind of keep to himself a little bit. I'm not saying that he isolates himself from her, but he just becomes introspective on certain things. Um, and I'm not sure exactly how she takes that, because I don't think she knows how she takes it. It's almost as if she's like, okay, I understand it. I understand it. Is that something that she would do? Maybe not. She may be to herself for a little bit if she's feeling some type of way. She may cry about it. She may tell a best friend. But for him, I think he's more introspective. He goes within, and he likes to think it through. And that goes back to that card that I said that was him, that seven chakra. So he's in his mind, he's in his head. He doesn't want to speak it. He doesn't want to say anything. He wants to contemplate over certain things. As opposed to her, she may try to get it out because she doesn't want to become blocked. You know, she doesn't want her throat chakra blocked. Okay. So that's very interesting about the two of them. Will this relationship last? Let's go ahead and end this. Will this relationship last? Pick back up this same card deck, y'all. Will this relationship last? Let's get a few shuffles in. What y'all think? I know what some of y'all think because I read it online. What y'all think? Honestly, I have no opinion. Honestly. Yeah, sometimes I care less about what be going on in the media or celebrities. But we'll see. Last shuffle. Let me do one more shuffle. I'm feeling like I should do one more. All right. All right, y'all. Yeah, hear me blowing. I don't know if that's a side note, but okay. Last card, last three cards. Partnerships and alliances, reversed. Intuition, reversed. Emotional loss. What that's telling y'all? What is that telling y'all? Up top. I feel like they will get what's needed. You know how sometimes when you move from a phase of your life to another phase of your life, there are certain things that people can add to you or bring to you or facilitate a type of healing that other people can't. You know, in a certain area you may need this, and this person brings this in your life, and you're grateful, you know, and that heals that part of you. And I feel like, you know, for what Jeezy is looking for, like I said previously in the very beginning, you know, someone that he's able to be the man and take, you know, be the head of the household and basically make decisions and, you know, just different things like that. In his previous relationships, he may have felt as if, or he perceived that he wasn't able to do that. You know, he always got pushback or he always had to fight for certain things as opposed to someone who's by his side or agreeing to him, right? You know, and for her, someone who steps up, someone who is a man, someone who is focused, someone who is driven, someone who's always looking to excel and grow. Now, long term, will it last? Remember that card that I came out that said love reversed? Is it based on love, love, love? I don't think so. I think he has love for her. I think she loves him. She cares for him. And it's a genuine unconditional love. Um, is it a lust-filled, romantic, I want you um type of thing? I really don't feel it and I really don't see it. It's more of a partnership, you know. But as all partnerships and some things have to come to an end. All things come to an end because after everybody transition, you begin again. You know, it's a rebirth. And so with this part, I believe it's a lot of healing for both of them. I think it's a lot of business dealings, and I think it's beneficial to the both of them. But once that's over, and once they get what they need, I think they are free to go their separate ways. Now, does that mean they won't get married? Who knows? They may go ahead, you know, because you want to be with your partner, right? Your partnership, you want to be with them. And they just so happen to be male and female. They together. They said they in a relationship. You know, families supposedly like each other. You know, I mean, if it's all good for the most part, why not go for it? That's most people's thoughts, you know. But I really see in the future that it may not last. Okay. The last card, the second card is the intuition card. Let's see what I'm getting from this. I feel like once it does end, it's gonna be people in the background, mainly probably on her side, telling her, "I told you not to. I told you not to." But for her, it's like, "But do you see all that I accomplished?" So, is I think for her, I think she will get what she need, but at the same time, it's more of security. I think it's more of just being stable. At this point in time, we all have different phases in our life that we go through, and everybody is not meant for to be with us every season of our life. Sometimes you got to drop them off in the fall. Sometimes you got to drop somebody off in the summertime, let them burn up. I'm just playing, but you know what I mean, right? You just gotta let people go. You know. Let's go to the last card, which is the emotional loss card. Will they be sad once they do part ways? I believe so, because once you are with someone for a long period of time, like I said, I don't think it'll be toxic or anything like that for the most part. I feel as if that companionship or that company or that partnership or that alliance will be missed. But it was a good part in their life. And, you feel kind of sad when different chapters end in your life. But I feel as if it will run its course eventually. All right. So thank you so much for tuning in. Peace.